Welcome back to Cleftlan Nights, the never-ending gaming story that takes place in many alternate worlds. Disclaimers, all the art that I use for this video and all the characters that we use for our game are owners of the creators and companies. The ones that we create are in fact ours, and we're using the other people's stuff just for fun. Because we like playing with those sort of things, characters, stuff. So this is for the gaming that took place 27 February 2018, and this is our 56th episode. Yes, this gaming was all gamed face to face at Joel's house, and one person was Google Hangouting in. Yes. So, where we last left our heroes. Cleftlan, day 3. Way early in the morning. We last left our heroes north of Cleftlan at the Inn of the Stronghold. Washington's security team was regrouping in the inn after being beaten by Strath's Elven security team. It's Thursday now, raining and dark, and Alex was catching up with Strath's getaway wagon, and at the inn, Hans and you retrieved May and brought her back to the inn. Washington's security team is made up of Alex Prentiss, Brandon Cranova, Hans Kaiser, Yu Hunyu, Alora Kondathu, George Washington, Lorenzo Theory, Mei Lee, Runestone, and Sam Knoxville. Here we go, guys. Alex catches up with Strath's wagon and slowly progresses up the front of it, and at times he moves some of the crates on board and apparently lets some people know, but to no avail when he is kicked off the wagon by Halinor Glenris, and Alex falls off the wagon and hoping to draw the elves back to him, but they continue to head up the road anyways. So that's sad. Disappointed, he makes his way quickly back in the dark, in the rain, to the inn. Meanwhile, at the inn, Hans has Lorenzo dispel the magic barrel around May, freeing her, and she goes to you. You sits by the fire trying to get warm since he is utterly soaked and cold. Brandon suddenly returns via the Bloodstone, and he notices so much has happened since he left. If you recall, he last left a couple episodes ago. Yu gives him a download of the events and their current status. Brandon, Hans, and Yu contemplate if they had different powers, they might be able to do something to catch Strath and his security team. So outside the game, it is unanimous, and they decide that they wish to try new powers from their Earth 78 teams. Stellar powers align and things are changed. You could say that someone is changing statues in some place, somewhere. Brandon gets new powers to help him control nature. Hans gets powers over the 4 elements. And Yu gets powers over the 5 senses. Around the fire, they discuss these changes and even test them out. After a while of practicing outdoors, Hans sees Alex return. Brandon makes a healing drink and heals Alex, who updates the team. Then they make more plans on what to do next, and it's discussed amongst the whole team. And boy, these guys can plan the heck out of things. They just plan and plan. So meanwhile, up in Hastings, day 3, early in the morning, where we last left our heroes in Hastings, the people of the Eye still have under control Rook and Guard. Christopher Masters and the others continue to wait at Baxter's Inn, eating, drinking, and making plans for who the Eye Reds will possess. Ray and Golden, last week he remained unconscious. The 5 Reds are made up of Red Blade, Red Guard, Red Queen, Red Rook, Red Siren. Red Siren is happy to see that Ray wakes up now in this episode. Christopher tells Ray what's been going on. Eye Guard and Eye Rook return to back the never-ending reign that is Thor's Day. Red Blade gives them the names of the people that they are going to take. Eye Rook asks the knowing Podrick Hayes where can they find their next target. And Podrick gives her a scroll that tells her that Paige Barrister is the one being held by the arbitrator Thane Murden. Christopher and Ray discuss plans of what to do next, perhaps going to the Castle of Hastings. The Reds, Christopher and Ray, dance to the minstrels who sing songs with American lyrics. Next, we go to Earth 10.3. It's still 30 May 1993. We last left our heroes on the Caribbean island of Belladenico. The teams, Guardians, Infinities, Pantheons, and Titans were recovering from the attack of Amal Farouk, the Shadow King, who was using Rachel Roth's body. During that battle, the Psi-sensitive peoples were teleported from the resort by Merlin to keep them safe during the battle, but the Shadow King left something dark behind. The Guardians are made up of Connor Kent, Laura Kinney, Monet St. Croix, and Prince T'Challa. Infinity is made up of Frank Corso Hercules, John Jones, Lenia Petrovna, Merlin, Owen Reese, and Zana. Pantheon is made up of Carter Ritz, Gray Ritz, Sam Corso, Tempest Odinson, Xander Prentiss, Cindy Moon, Holly Day, Megan Morris, and Rogue. The Titans are made up of Monica Cerbella, Angelica Jones, Billy Batson, Jamie Madrox, Cara Zarell, Peter Parker, and Priscilla Katien. Connor and the Guardians pack up on their ship Hades and leave the island heading towards Miami. They even realize that I think T'Challa and Laura feel that there is something dark left behind. Xander, back at the resort, feels that there is something dark left inside of him too, and flies to Herc's hideaway to let Frank and Megan know. When John returns, which we'll get more about John later, they continue to try to pierce this darkness that's left inside Alex to no avail. Holly has, during this time, taken Carter back on board Gregory. Sam walks back to Herc's hideaway, and Tempest wants another honeymoon. We last left our heroes in New York City at the Hellfire Club. John, pretending to be the Black King, Sebastian Shaw tries to control the inner circle against the government's heroes out front of the building. The heroes are from the USS John F. Kennedy CV-67, who have come to recruit the Hellfire Club's powered inhabitants. Emma Frost and Lance Fredericks, who is really Ray Moore, shows up also last week, or last episode that we talked about them. The known Hellfire Club inner circle is made up of Sebastian Shaw, Baroness Anastasia Rovna, Jonathan Jones, Irene Adler, Harry Leland, Lourdes Chantel, Tessa Lovett, Warren Worthington III, Emma Frost, Garfield Logan, Cordelia Frost, Roberto de Costa, and Lance Fredericks. Much discussion begins as John thinks that departing to Belladinnica would be a good idea. Others thinking that they should fight the government. And Emma requests for volunteers to actually join the government as spies for the club. Cordelia and Lourdes are the volunteers. The government requests each of the members to at least come out and formally deny recruitment. Which they all do, except Lourdes and Cordelia. John notices that his recruitment package, which we've been calling also swag, is a different color than the rest of the mutants, as if they know there's something different about him. After the government departs, Emma and Lance return to Brent and fly back down to Florida, and John teleports to Belladinnica. Well, that's it for that episode, guys. Yeah, it was seemingly pretty short, but if you like what you heard, hit subscribe, hit like, the little thumbs up down there. If you want to subscribe too, that'd be great. I started an Instagram for Cleftlan Nights, which hopefully I'll post stuff related to each week and things that I'm interested in that are related to this topic. And for all of you out there, wherever you are, happy trails, fair winds and following seas.